Hey everyone, welcome back. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to generate almost every single type of residual diagnostic plot in the R programming language in just a few short clicks. So before we jump into that, we are going to do a very brief review of linear regression in the R programming language. I know this is probably a review, but I just want to put it out there in case you're stumbling across this video and you don't know how to do linear regression in R. So the first thing that you're going to need is obviously some kind of a data set. Now, in this example, I'm using the MTCARS dataset. This is a dataset that comes pre-built with R. But if you were loading in some kind of a file from Excel, whatever the case is, that's what you would be working with. So the way that we do a linear regression in the R programming language is we first create a variable. Again, I'm calling mine model. You can call it whatever you want. And then we assign this model. So what we're doing, we type the lm command, and what we do, we pass in first the formula. So the first item that we pass in will be the dependent variable. So in this example, we want miles per gallon as the dependent variable. Now, we put the little squiggly sign and we pass in the names of the independent variables. So again, this is just completely for example, but let's suppose that I want to do the cylinder column, the weight column, and the horsepower column, right? So we can select each specific column that we want. Now, let's just suppose we wanted every single item in the data set. The way that we would do that, I'm going to show you how. Let's just do this. The way that we would do that is instead of typing each of these, we just pass in a period. And this tells R, use everything. Use every single column that is not the dependent variable. Okay, perfect. So the next thing we do, we pass in the name of the data frame. Obviously, mine is MTCARS. If you loaded in some data from Excel and you are calling yours Excel dataset, then your data would be Excel dataset. So what's going to happen, we are going to run that, and it's going to create the model for us. Now, what you'll notice is that in and of itself, that model doesn't really do a whole lot. If we call the model, it will give us the coefficients, but we have no idea what is significant, what's the R squared. We don't know anything. So the way that we find that out, we type summary, and then we pass in model, and it is going to tell us all of the most relevant information about the model. So it's going to give us the F stat, the R squared is going to be in here. It's going to tell us for each coefficient, it's going to tell us the t-stat. It's going to tell us the p-value so we know whether or not it's significant. Now, that should all be a review. But what I want to do now is I want to show you this amazing tool for plotting your residuals, because this is where things can get tricky. So yes, we can create plots in base R, but I have found this amazing package called OLSRR. It is incredible. So you're going to install it, pull it into your library, and then what you'll notice is that this OLS_plot, if we just type OLS_plot, it is going to give us all of these different charts. And the beauty of this package is that if you want a chart, all you have to do is select the name of the chart and then pass in your model. So let's just suppose we want Cook's D. We're going to go with model, and it's going to create the Cook's D chart for us. So if you're not familiar, Cook's D is all about identifying outliers, extreme values, stuff like that. Now, obviously, we can call other individual plots, such as a histogram, a QQ plot. Again, that's pretty nice, but the most amazing thing about this entire package is OLS_plot_diagnostics. If we run this one single command, it is going to automatically generate almost every single plot that we could possibly need. So let me go ahead and run that and let you see the results. So when we run that single command, it is going to give us all of these different plots that we need. So we've got the residual histogram if we're trying to assess normality. We've got the QQ plot. We've got Cook's D. We have got all of these things. And again, that is one single command. That is going to save you so much time. So as always, I hope you found the video useful. I want to thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.